네오버브가 89% 할인 중입니다. 불프 할인으로 올라온 역대급 딜이에요. 마감이 하루 남았습니다. 리버브 걸 때 레알 꿀템이에요. 굉장히 간단하고 직관적인 조작으로 원하는 사운드를 쉽고 빠르게 만들 수가 있습니다. 자동 믹싱 기능도 있어서 초보자분들에게 추천드려요. 불프 할인으로 저렴할 때 득템하세요.
Right? Dark? And finally clean. And from here, once we have our sound, I'm going to hit next to get me over the hump of basically crafting a nest out for these vocals and making sure that they don't drown out, the reverb doesn't drown out the whole mix. And what it's going to do is use two EQs. One, to make sure that the dry signal has no strident or harsh frequencies that are being sent into the reverb. And then it's going to listen to the reverb EQ of the tail, compare it against the dry, and listen for any masking, and control that masking.
넥타르 3 플러스가 76% 할인 중입니다. 보컬 믹싱할 때 레알 꿀템이에요. 피치, EQ, 컴프, 디에서 등 보컬 믹싱에 필요한 갖가지 기능이 전부 들어있습니다. 자동 믹싱 기능이 지원되기 때문에 취미로 노래 부르는 분들이 사용하기에도 좋아요. 프리셋 성능 또한 뛰어나서 조금만 커스텀해서 사용해도 좋아요. 불프 할인으로 저렴할 때 득템하세요.
My feet can touch the ground, and I feel like
So a little bit less. Cool. And let's just move on to the fourth best feature, which is a frequency follow. So I love frequency follow. So usually on EQ1, after you do vocal assistant, it's going to have all these little notches, and these notches are targeting resonance buildup in the vocal itself. So let me just solo this one. You'll hopefully be able to hear it. Let me start right here. Yeah, so you can kind of hear it. This is the thing with vocals, like I play it and this static node sometimes is hitting that resonant peak, but sometimes like the frequency from the vocal like dodges a little bit. Like it's moving, it's always moving. It's this wonderfully beautiful organic sound. So what you do is just click this pull out menu here and you click frequency. So now this node is going to follow that resonance buildup. So I'm just going to apply the frequency nodes to all of these right here. Cool.
feet can touch the ground, and I feel like I can see the sands.
So now you can see how
horizon.
the nodes are dynamically moving to identify where those resonance peaks are.
Feet can touch the ground, and I feel like.
So let me bypass this whole EQ1.
Feet can touch the ground, and
오존 10 어드밴스드 크로스그레이드가 50% 할인 중입니다. 마스터링 꿀템이에요. 이거 하나만 있으면 모든 장르의 마스터링이 가능합니다. 이번에 새 버전이 새롭게 나오면서 기능이 전보다 훨씬 막강해졌어요. 자동 마스터링 기능 또한 더욱 디테일해졌습니다. 스탠다드 어드밴스드 두 가지가 있는데 자신의 상황에 맞는 걸로 사용하시면 돼요. 개인적으로 모든 기능이 갖춰져 있는 어드밴스드를 추천합니다. 사운드 배터에서 오존 엘레멘츠를 무료로 받아 업그레이드 할 수 있어요. 불프 할인으로 저렴할 때 득템하세요.
She looked at me and said she wanna have fun. We skipped first base and hit a home run. Now she steady calls me honey and spending all my money, but I'm okay with it cause I'm getting so yummy. Never thought so would feel so right, but it's funny the things that
Same with the impact module there, and then we also have the maximizer adjustment. So if we want to increase the loudness or decrease, how much it's pushing that maximizer, we can do so there. Just a note with the targets, you see all our genres there, but some of you are going to say, well, I don't see my preferred genre or the genre that you work with. Typically, you can always use your own target. So in this case, I have another song that I mastered for this artist. Let's say we were working on an album and I wanted to kind of match that. Now this song, different style, but if I select that, it will then build the chain and build that target based on the reference file. So you can utilize whatever you want there and it will have that target there for you in this graph. We're going to go ahead and stick with this rock target that they have set for us. And I'm going to switch to the detailed view. And let's go ahead and talk about the new stabilizer.
뉴트론 4 크로스그레이드가 52% 할인 중입니다. 이번에 새롭게 나온 버전이에요. 이전보다 기능이 훨씬 업그레이드 됐습니다. EQ 컴프는 물론 자동 믹싱 기능까지 포함되어 있어 초보분들이 사용하기 좋아요. 악기별 스타일별로 믹싱하기 정말 좋습니다. 언마스크 기능은 MR과 보컬 믹싱할 때 쓰면 상당히 좋아요. 보컬을 MR에 잘 붙게 만들어줍니다. 사운드 배터에서 뉴트론 엘레멘츠를 무료로 받고 크로스그레이드를 할 수 있어요. 저렴할 때 득템하세요.
So let's click this little assistant button here. It wants us to play the audio. So what it'll do is it'll listen, it'll analyze the audio, and then give us a starting point for the mix. We can hear that it's already changing some things. Almost done. Here we go. This is what it gave us. So let's hear a before. Here's an after. So already we have a big shift, and all we did was click a button. I think it still needs a whole lot of help, so let's help it out. So now we're going to adjust things in this window here. This is called the assistant view. And you'll see 4 main controls, and these controls represent the 4 big decisions that you'll make whenever you're mixing. So you have tone shaping, you have your dynamics control, your character, and then your stereo imaging. So let's start with this first section. We see that Neutron 4 has detected that our sound is a piano, so it got that correct. And as a result, we're getting this target tone curve. The orange section right here, this represents the range of where pianos usually like to sit. The white line represents our audio, which
RX10 어드밴스드 크로스그레이드가 66% 할인 중입니다. 이번에 새롭게 나온 버전이에요. 이전보다 훨씬 막강해진 기능으로 나왔습니다. 소음 MR 제거가 정말 깔끔하게 돼요. 나레이션, 보컬, 샘플에서 드럼 추출 등에 사용하면 상당히 꿀입니다. 사운드가 지저분해서 잘 붙지 않을 때 쓰면 좋아요. 새롭게 생긴 리페어 어시스턴트 플러그인으로 좀 더 쉽고 빠르게 사운드 디자인을 할 수 있습니다. 사운드에 있는 여러가지 문제를 빨리 해결할 수 있어요. 사운드 베터에서 오존 엘레멘츠를 무료로 받고 업그레이드 할 수가 있습니다. 저렴할 때 득템하세요.
My wife and I just bought a Spanish revival house. It's got high ceilings and exposed beams. My wife and I just bought a Spanish revival house. It's got high ceilings and exposed beams. We're super excited to add some personal touches. We really love the house, but we're stuck on what colors we want to use for each room. What do you think we should do?
The incredible DHUM module now features dynamic adaptive mode, which means you no longer have to undertake a learning pass for the module to remove hum, hiss, and more. Simply make a selection and press render.
Because one did survive the wreck. Because one did survive the wreck. Because one did survive the wreck.
And dynamic adaptive mode now eliminates hum and noise that changes in pitch without affecting the quality of the source audio. Finally, power users of RX can look forward to making smoother edits with selection feathering, which now also works in the frequency.
MPS5 유니버셜 에디션 크로스그레이드가 66% 할인 중입니다. 아이조톱의 전 제품과 브레인웍스의 제품까지 전부 사용할 수 있는 종결자 번들이에요. 음악을 완벽하게 준비해놓고 하시려는 분들에게 추천하는 딜입니다. 믹싱에 필요한 모든 이펙터가 들어있어요. 맥 M1도 지원을 합니다. 사운드 베터에서 뉴트론 엘레멘츠를 무료로 받은 후 업그레이드 할 수가 있어요. 저렴할 때 득템하세요.
Enhance the rhythm and feel of your music by intuitively controlling microdynamics with the new Impact module.